All right.
We now return to our regularly scheduled program.
Welcome to our channel. We haven't done anything in a long time. Sean's done surprise videos randomly here and there. We haven't really sat down in front of the camera in a long time or put out a vlog per se. But we're alive and we're here and we're pregnant, which is why we're making this video. I put out on Instagram if you guys would want to see a video about pregnancy, and everybody said yes. So here we are, making one. And I have questions you guys asked. I have answers to the questions you guys asked. And then just a little bit about like how we found out, and cravings, and names, everything like that. Are you gonna be mute the whole time?
I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I am recording the video for you that you wanted to record, so I don't know what's happening.
And you helped in this process.
In this process?
Yes.
Yeah, of course I did. I had a little to do with it. I had a little to do with it.
Oh my gosh. No. We are having another girl, as you guys saw in the gender reveal that he put together. That video was awesome and turned out way better than I thought it was going to turn out, which was very exciting. The ball broke, the powder flew. It was awesome.
My shoe still has pink on it.
Does it?
I don't think anybody asked me, but my shoe is fine. It just has some pink on it. Very inconsiderate of you if you weren't thinking about that shoe.
That poor shoe.
Yeah.
Do you still have those shoes?
I do.
Oh.
I'll go get it.
He's gonna go get it. Then we're gonna start with questions. Can you really
I don't think it was this shoe. I can't remember if I picked it with my right or my left.
I think it was your right.
I think it was. Yeah, it was. Yeah, so here are my shoes. They're paper thin,
yeah.
as you can tell, just incredibly thin. So that plastic ball hurt my foot pretty badly. But I'm a man, and so I didn't show it. But I kicked it with my right shoe, which was this one here. And so I don't know if you can tell much, but there's still a little bit of pinkness in there from the powder.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. Like right after he kicked it. And then it just got progressively better. Okay, so first things first is how we found out that we were pregnant. Which is pretty funny because we'd been trying for like 8 or 9 months, I think.
Yeah, probably a solid year. I would almost say like a year and a half, kind of on soft on and off.
I mean, we weren't like not trying, you know. But I think like...
She means we were doing it for a while without protection.
And I like started like really recording things and putting it down and writing it all down and figuring it out when I was ovulating and all that stuff like 8 or 9 months ago. Well, 8 or 9 months before I got pregnant.
Spent tons of money on ovulation tests.
Yep. Because that's what we did with Cassie, and we got pregnant that first month. So I was like, oh, okay, this is going to be easy. So at 2.5, when she was 2.5, we started trying. Maybe it was a little bit closer to 3, but anyway. And then we moved to Seattle, which you guys might not know. I don't know if you know or not. So we've been living here since January, and in February I went and got certified in high fitness, and then in the beginning of March is when we found out that I was pregnant. And the video that you did like on your phone, the screen grab, do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I don't think so.
Like when I sent you the picture of the test.
Oh, yeah. So I was at work.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was actually pretty hilarious.
We'll have to put it in. Because that's funny.
It's probably worth seeing it. Like, I didn't know what to think about it. And so...
Well, because like I said, we had been trying, and then since we couldn't get pregnant, it was like, we kind of had come to this, like, realistic life that, okay, well, maybe Kenzie's our only one, and that's fine. Like, that's totally okay.
And I think for a lot of it, I was like, I don't know if I would want another kid now, because Cassie was a little difficult.
Yeah, she was harder.
But, I mean, she's gotten so much better now, and I think that we're starting to figure out what being parents means a little bit, so...
Nearly 4 years later.
I don't know. Not quite there, maybe, but...
Yeah, probably.
Anyways, you know, I'm at work, and I get a text message, a picture of the positive pregnancy test. And so, thankfully, my first reaction was flip up the control panel on my phone, hit record, and then just react normally. And
it's pretty funny.
You know, this was the end result.
Yeah. And I'm at home like, well, I'll just take a test, you know, just to get it out of my mind, like I'm not pregnant, you know. Because the thing that sucks about the symptoms that are the same as pregnancy is the same with your period. So it's like sore boobs, you're bloated, all that stuff. It's like, okay, well, I'm pregnant or I'm about to start my period. So I was like, I'm just going to take a test, get it out of my mind, and then not worry about it. We'll try again next month. And I turned that test over and I was like, okay, well, I'm pregnant. And so I just was like, I need my phone, and I took a picture and I sent it to Sean. I don't even think I sent anything in the description. I just took a picture.
I'm pretty sure that was
it. And then I just like waited for his response. And
it was weird. It was crazy.
Waited for him to get home to tell Cassie.
Yeah.
But like I said, like we just really weren't expecting it at all. Yeah. Which is how it always happens. Like you stop trying and then that's when you get pregnant. Yeah. So.
Yeah, we weren't even doing it. It
just happened.
Just happened.
It's like Miranda sings. She's the next Virgin Mary. Anyways. Okay, so let's get into the questions. Okay, Sean's mom asked 2 questions. She said, has Cassie felt the baby kick? If so, what was her reaction? I'd like to see a video. And then the second one was...
Well, answer it one at a time unless they go together.
They kind of go together. Well, I guess not really. Okay. Cassie hasn't really felt the baby kick. She kind of felt it tonight, but I don't know that she really felt it, because I was like, did you feel that? And then she looks at me and she's like, oh, yeah. And then she went back to whatever she was doing. And I was like, okay. Yeah. But
who knows what's going on in her head?
Yeah, so I don't know that she's really felt her, so I'm waiting to get bigger and go from there. But I do want to try and get it on video if I can.
What was the second question?
Oh, and so the second question is, how are you feeling this time versus last time? I'm a lot more tired this time, I think just because I have Cassie and I'm not able to sleep whenever I want. Things like that, you know. And I'm also teaching a very high intensity fitness class still.
Yeah, she is still crushing her high fitness. So she got certified, and even though she's pregnant, she got morning sickness for a while and like didn't feel well enough to teach for a few months.
Yeah, my first trimester.
But once that was gone, she's been teaching for the last 2 months and crushing it.
It's been so much fun. I love high fitness, so it hasn't really been a burden. I tell my class a lot that I'm like, it's so hard for me to get here, but once I get here and the music gets started, I'm like, yes, let's do this, and it's so much fun. And then I go home and I feel great, but the next day I am really tired. Like today I've been really tired because I taught last night. Anyways, let's see. My friend Natalie asked, are you craving anything weird with this pregnancy that you didn't with Cassie? I'm not really craving anything weird. Like with Cassie, remember I craved watermelon with A1 sauce?
Yep.
Yeah, and I tried it, and it was actually good, and I think if I tried it not pregnant, I probably wouldn't like it. And then I didn't like In-N-Out when I was pregnant
Dr.
with Cassie.
Pepper.
I didn't like Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, it ruined Dr. Pepper for you,
yeah.
right? Yeah.
I still have a hard time with Dr. Pepper. I'll drink it, but I prefer like root beer or something else.
Yeah.
I have been craving salads and oatmeal, a lot healthier things, but I don't know if that's because I was eating that stuff like before I knew I was pregnant, because I was trying to lose weight and like get healthier and things like that. But I didn't really crave salads with Cassie. I don't
remember.
And I'm okay with In-N-Out this time. I actually crave it, and in Seattle we don't have it. So when we go to Utah or California, I'm like, I have to have it. I don't think there's really... Water was still gross to me and still can be gross to me.
Can be?
Yeah, but I like have to drink it.
It can be gross?
Yeah.
So the tap water here is delicious. It's just fine, and she won't have it. You get bottled water, and it's like not good enough for you.
In my first trimester, it wasn't. Nothing was good enough. Even like Gatorade and Powerade was hard for me to get down. It's been different this time around for sure. A lot more different. Which is why I kind of thought it was a boy, but I was still really, really, really sick. But my mom was sick with both boys and girls. My friend Brooke asked, "Are you sicker with this one than with Cassie?" We kind of answered that. I threw up a whole lot more this time around.
I think so for sure.
And I'm still feeling nauseous. I think it has to do with the heat. Like, we don't have AC in our house in Seattle. Yeah. And it's been like 88, 89, so it's been really, really hot. So I think that's why I'm still pretty nauseous. But now that it's been a lot cooler, I've actually been able to take water just fine and not as nauseous. Then she also asked names, but we'll get back to that later. And then my friend Mary said, "What do you anticipate being a mom of 2 with a broad age gap between the girls will be like?" So
it's gonna be awesome.
I think it's really gonna be great.
Yeah.
We knew we wanted to like space our kids out anyways, because
you wanted to have it 2 years apart.
Yeah, like 2.5. And that's, like I said, we started trying.
Yeah.
But it just wasn't happening. And I think it's just because we needed to move here first.
If you saw Cassie with dolls and all of that, she just loves dolls. There's a mall not too far from here that has one of those American Girl stores, which we will not be purchasing any of those for Cassie.
They're so expensive. I don't get it.
The whole culture of that is too much for me to even comprehend. Yeah. But I will take her to the store where they have displays that she can play with. And so she does that. She's got some dolls here that she plays with, and she does love little babies. She just loves little babies and puppies. Like, those are her favorite things. So
yeah, she'll even like come up to my belly and be like, "It's okay," or she'll be like, "Is sister napping?" or something super cute like that. Yeah. And the other day we were at a friend's birthday party, and she has a little brother. And Cassie was like playing with him, like, "Oh, it's okay," and like trying to make him laugh and stuff. So I really do think that she's going to be really great with the baby. But I do wonder that once she realizes how much time the baby needs from me, I wonder if she's going to be like,
"Yeah, that'll be interesting."
She's
been pretty self-sufficient with a lot of things.
Yeah.
That I can tell when
she'll play on her own.
Yeah, she'll play with Bruin.
Yeah.
So she's going to be a good sister.
Yeah.
And that'll, I think, make our girl here a good little girl.
Yeah.
It'll help her out.
I agree. And it's really nice because she's potty trained, she's sleeping through the night, she can get her own snacks, she can get her own juice. For the most part. She needs a little bit of help, but...
She can mow the lawn.
She's pretty good at mowing the lawn.
She does help me pick up Bruin's waste in the backyard. She helps point him out. I pick him up.
Yeah. But yeah, I really think she's really excited, and she's gonna do great.
Yeah.
I don't think she's really gonna be jealous at all. Until, like I said, she realizes that...
We'll find out, yeah.
I think once my mom leaves, she's like, then it's just like me and her. When you're at work, my
That'll be
mom's
different.
gone, that's going to be different. But
yeah, we'll see how that goes.
Okay, let's see. Vandy asked, how's the baby name process going this time?
Terribly.
It's so
Jordan
hard.
is the worst person to try and narrow down any ideas of a name. I would already have had this baby named. Like,
Yeah.
as soon as we knew that it was a girl.
Which is why Cassie was named, like, before we knew for sure that it was a girl.
We knew if we were having a girl, we knew what her first name would be, and then later we figured out the middle name. We know the middle name pretty much this time. It'll be one of two things.
Yeah.
Because she'll be named partially after, or properly after, my sister-in-law.
Yeah.
But first name, I have my names that I would be good with, and Jordan's just not feeling them. Or she's like partially feeling them, and not as like convicted about it as she was with Cassie.
It's just so hard, like, and I think it's so hard because, like, with Cassie, she fits her name like to a T, and so that's why I think I'm stressing so much with this one, because I'm like, well, I don't know what she's gonna be like. I don't know what she's gonna look like. I assume she's gonna look just like Cassie because it's the same people making. Anyway.
Is it?
Is it? Weird white hair. Anyway, so it's just been really, really stressful on me. It's been like my prayers.
Yeah.
All of my prayers have ended with, please help me name this child.
Yeah, mine have just been like, this is annoying. Please make this stop.
Well, I have one that I really love that he's like, so it's not just me.
Yeah. I want to keep the family names in there, though. I want it to be like a family, more family name.
Well, and her middle name will be.
Yep.
Her middle name will be.
I would have liked both, but that's all right.
Yeah. I just haven't found a family name that I'm like, yeah, I love that name.
There's a couple and they're really good.
We'll talk
But
about
whatever.
them. We'll talk about them. Vandy also asked, what's been harder, different, and easier this time around? It's been a little rough just because I have another kid to take care of, and I can't sleep whenever I want. Also, when I was pregnant with Cassie, we were living in California, so it was easier because my mom was there and I could go and hang out with her, and that made the time go by faster and a lot more fun. It's harder here because I don't really know anyone, and like when I was first pregnant and I was really sick, I just wished I could have like given Cassie to someone for a few hours so I could have been miserable by myself for a little bit. But it has been fun having Cassie experience like her mom being pregnant, and she's going to be a big sister and all of that stuff. That's been really fun. Okay, next question is from Amanda. She said, what brought on the reason for pregnancy workouts? You're tiny. Is butter a carb?
You're what?
You're tiny.
Your tiny is butter a carb?
You're tiny, like you're so small, like you don't need to work out.
You pushed that together, it like sounded, your tiny is butter a carb?
Oh.
I was like, what language are you speaking?
So your tiny is butter a carb.
Your tiny is butter a carb.
You are tiny. Is butter a carb? Yes, butter is a carb.
Everything's a carb.
The second best carb next to bread, which I eat.
Everything's a carb.
Yeah.
Everything turns to carbohydrates at some point.
Everything, right? Just eat what you want in moderation. That's what I say. Look at him. He eats candy before bed every night.
If you want a body like this.
It took me forever to lose my weight with Cassie. And my labor process was really long and hard. And so with this one, I was like, okay, I'm going to work out. And this was like before I was even pregnant. I knew that I wanted to work out and continue to work out through my pregnancy so that my labor wouldn't be as hard and so that I wouldn't gain as much weight. And I really didn't even gain that much weight with Cassie. I think it was like, I don't know, maybe 40 pounds. Maybe that is a lot. I don't know. With this one, I've only gained like 10 so far. So I don't know if that's a lot or not either, but whatever. But I just wanted to stay healthy, and instead of like sit on the couch and eat Oreos like I did with Cassie like all day every day. So yeah, hopefully this time I'll bounce back a lot faster. It won't take me like 3 years to get all the weight off, and I won't have a 26-hour labor. That would be nice.
That would be nice.
Because that was awful.
Yeah, that was weird.
And then how do you find the energy to work out? Also from Amanda.
Working out gives you the energy.
Yeah,
right?
Like it really does.
It's a reciprocating process.
It's hard to like get yourself in there and get the motivation, which is another question she has. Like, how do you find the motivation to do it? I just, since I was working out so consistently before I found out I was pregnant, and then I got sick, like really, really sick, and I wasn't really going unless I had like a gym trainer appointment. But I don't know. I think just because I knew I wanted to work out with this pregnancy, I've just been going, and teaching high has really kept me accountable. And
you were really passionate about the high fitness certification and getting that. And so I think that's helped drive it a lot for sure.
And I know that I want to be like a walking billboard for it as well, because I do have like a lot of high apparel that I wear. So I want people to be like, oh, what's high fitness? Is that why you look good or whatever, you know? So I feel like that would be really beneficial. And like I said, I just really don't want a long labor, and I really don't want it to take forever for me to lose all my pregnancy weight. Next question is, who watches Cassie while I work out? The main thing is I make sure I go to a gym that has a kid care.
So of the 3 gyms that she teaches at, one of them has a kid care.
Well, 2 of them. But
2 of them?
One's on a Saturday, so you just always watch her.
I did not know that they had a kid care, and that I was being roped into being a dad during the time when I could have been not being a dad. I love watching Cassie, but I also would love to not have to during times that I don't have to.
Well, and I don't know how that kid care works, because I just teach there. Like this gym that has a kid care.
Well, it looks like we're going to find out.
I can ask them tomorrow.
But the answer is she either goes to the kid care of the one that has kid care, and now she'll probably go to the other kid care as well, or I watch her.
Or Sean watches her. And that's been really helpful. And there's been times where he has like kickball, so we've had to get a babysitter, or he takes her to kickball.
I play company kickball.
It's pretty awesome. But yeah, we've only needed a babysitter once. Other times you just take her.
Yeah. It was a playoff game. No, it was a doubleheader? I can't remember.
It was a doubleheader when we had the babysitter.
I had a doubleheader. Okay.
Yeah. But Cassie loves to go and play on the playground, and so she's fine. Okay, I think that's the last question. Yep.
Great. Do we want to talk about the names?
Yeah, we can talk about the names, and then the names we like that we won't be using.
Yeah, let's start there.
Okay, names we like but won't be using. The first one I would say would be Penelope. We won't be using that.
Well,
he really likes it.
Yeah, I wanted to name a girl Penelope since I was a wee lad, knee-high to a grasshopper, because of James Bond films.
Yeah, I've always loved Penelope. Yeah. And that's another thing too, like Penelope is so long and it's so hard to say. I'm kind of like, well, maybe we should just name her Penny.
Penelope is a beautiful name.
It is a really pretty.
Sam and Jen, they got their Penelope.
Yep.
I wouldn't feel bad using it either.
I don't think they would care either.
No, and if they did, I don't care. No, Penny's a beautiful name.
Yeah. The second one would be Charlie.
Yeah, we already have a Charlie in the family as well.
My sister just named her little boy. He's now 1. His name is Charlie.
Charles
Lorenzo.
Charles Lorenzo, yeah.
He's the freaking cutest little whitest baby ever. I love him. So yeah, those are the 2 I can really think of that I know we won't be using.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if there were any others. There's a family name that I really wanted to use for a while that Jordan's given me a hard no on is Pagella. That was her grandmother's maiden name, was Pagella.
Yeah.
And I think it's a beautiful name. I would have used it probably for a middle name, but I think it's a pretty name.
It's just weird.
So for boys, Jordan's pulling up the boys list.
Yeah. Since we aren't having a boy.
We'll just run through them.
Yeah, the first one's Nolan, which I love. Jude.
Which I love.
Yeah. Carter.
Which I don't love.
I love it. Jackson. Jace. Owen, I really love.
Yeah.
Lincoln, I really love. Oliver, Parker, Logan, and Landon.
Yeah.
I mean, they're all on our list, so we obviously like them. Sean, the only one Sean was like, no, is Carter. He would never let me use Carter, but I love Carter.
Not to like naysay on any Carters out there. I
My
think
brother's
it's a
middle
fine,
name's Carter.
It's a fine name. I does not suit my personality for my children, I guess.
Oh, but if this one was a boy, we already had the boy name picked out, which was Beckham. Like, he would have been Beckham.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Bex,
yep.
All right.
So,
you gonna just skip the ones that we are gonna use potentially, or
yeah. So the girl ones, Robin, we won't use.
No.
Peyton, we won't use.
No.
Stella, we won't use. Do you
No.
want me to say that one?
No.
Okay. Chloe, we won't use.
No.
Zoe, we won't use. No. Liliana, we won't use.
No.
Evelyn, and Piper.
Yeah.
Which, again, they're on our list, and we love them. But we won't be using them for this baby.
Yeah. So we're likely to have, for the middle name, again, as we said, using my sister-in-law's name.
Yeah.
So it'll either be a variation of her name or her proper first name.
Mm-hmm.
Given we will be asking permission of her parents, and I've already sought permission from my brother.
Yeah.
To use that. For those of you that don't know, about a year and a half ago, it was January 2017, my sister-in-law was killed by a drunk driver. She was married, obviously, to my brother, who they had just purchased their first home that weekend and were moving in, and she was struck by a drunk driver in a collision and was killed. And so she was just a fantastic human being. And
She's
so
great.
To honor her name and her legacy, we want to perpetuate that through our line, at least.
Mm-hmm.
And so either using her proper name of Leah or using a variation of that would include my mom's name and Jordan's mom's name as well, which would be Juliana.
Yeah, Julie for his mom, Lee for Leah, and then Anna for Adriana is my mom. So,
So just a nice blend of that. So either one of those, depending on which seems to suit the first name best, is probably what we'll go with for the middle name.
And people were so awesome on Instagram, gave me so many names, so many ideas, and I'm still like, I don't know. It's seriously been our biggest struggle with this pregnancy.
One question that was not on there that I'm super pumped about is a question you could have asked about paternity leave. Since I carry the full-time wage load in our family, I do get paternity leave here, and my new job that I have here, I've transitioned to another startup technology company out of Seattle. They recruited me, kind of swept me away from where I was at before, and it's a younger startup, but growing extremely fast. And faster than in structure where I was at before, and just was a rocket ship I could not say no to. I had to strap myself to it. But they have a wonderful package of benefits, of which I haven't even told you of one that apparently we get. I didn't know that they pay for, but I think it's 6 weeks of paternity leave, and then we can also get I can't even remember the name of it, but it's a nurse that comes to take care of the baby at night, essentially, so we can sleep.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah, so I don't know I don't know what they call that, but there's
like
an official
lactation consultant that comes and helps you.
No, we have that too.
Yeah, I want that.
But like legit, like someone that comes to your house at night to watch the baby while you sleep.
That kind of freaks me out a little bit.
Someone to let you sleep. That should not freak you out. That should excite you. It's a certified nurse.
Can we use it after my mom leaves?
I have no idea.
Anyway,
I have no idea,
cool.
but it's one of those things that apparently they pay for. So I gotta learn more about all this stuff. There's, our CEO is super on top of the game with understanding the importance of families.
That's awesome.
It's pretty cool.
Like he was saying before, we never thought we would really leave in structure. At least we kept saying, like, we're not going to leave until we have another baby.
Because we had great insurance, and and I wasn't ready to leave my role there.
We had no idea.
It was a great
Nothing was going
to
take us from in structure.
But that's a Q&A for another day and another time.
If you guys want a video on that, let us know.
Yeah. And I'll tell you the answer right now is maybe. Probably not.
The answer is yes. So I want to talk about 2 more things. One is the fears that we might have with coming in from 1 to 2, and then also my due date. So my due date is 3 days after Cassie's 4th birthday, which sucks, but
I don't get why you think that sucks. It doesn't suck.
It sucks because it's not what I wanted. Here's the thing. When you're growing up with your siblings, you have to share every holiday, except your birthday. Like, if I have this baby on Cassie's birthday, I'm going to be so mad.
This is going to be my baby as well, and I could care less about when my birthday is, so the baby's going to be fine. Because guess what? We're still going to be having a special celebration for each baby individually, because that's Jordan's thing. So don't have any pity for Jordan's little problems here.
Well, and it's funny.
Next fear, because that one's illegitimate.
No, it's funny because I had given away all of our baby stuff.
Because she was convinced that we were not going to have a baby at the same time of the year.
I literally was like, oh, we won't get pregnant and have a baby. I even told him in February, I said, babe, if we get pregnant this month, that means that we are due in November.
I know.
Sure enough, we got pregnant.
We only do it one time a year.
February. Valentine's Day, apparently.
That's it. It's a moneymaker.
Or one time every 4 years.
Yeah.
Just kidding. Oh, and then the last one. Oh, we're talking about fears. I don't know. I'm just a little nervous how it's going to be, getting 2 kids to everything. Getting them in the car, getting them out of the car. Because it's so easy with one. It's just so
Cassie
easy.
Can get in the car by herself and strap herself in now.
Yeah, she can buckle herself, which is great.
So that's another thing of the benefit with the age gap too, is she's a lot more self-reliant there, and she enjoys getting in and out by herself. So it's not a problem. I don't see it being a problem. I'll be at work all day, so it won't be a problem.
It's not a problem for him.
Yeah.
And then
my biggest fear, I'll tell you my biggest fear, I've told this to other friends, is I've always been terrified of the idea of how you have more than one kid and not treat them the same. I don't believe that that's a thing. Yeah. But I think love them, have that unconditional love for both of them. Yeah. That for me is my honest to goodness biggest fear.
Yeah. How do you love someone?
People say it just is a thing,
that's
not
what my
to
mom
worry
says.
about it.
She's like,
and I believe that
they've
got to be right, but it's just one of those things I can't shake.
Hopefully, since we're only having 2 kids, hopefully either Cassie will be your favorite and the baby will be my favorite, or vice versa,
Oh, well, Cassie will always be my number one. I got a soft spot for number ones because that's me.
You're
I'm the number one in my family as well. And
it's she's our baby. She was our first love besides each other, And so, how do you take that and put that into another kid as well?
Yeah, that's something pretty special. So it's just strange. I'm sure that we're gonna love baby number 2 here just as much.
Yeah.
Probably more, Kezzy. Probably more.
If she's easier.
Just
she
hope,
sleeps.
That's the other fear, is like, I don't want to go through Cassie round 2. I really do hope that she's a lot easier. Well, and hopefully we'll be more mellow, and that will perpetuate some of the chillness that we want our baby to have. Because I'm a pretty high-strung guy, and I'm working really hard not to be. But we'll see if that helps out. All right, well, thanks for your questions.
I don't remember.
And we've made this video, and it's very long, and we hope that you enjoyed it all. And if you didn't enjoy it all, then you probably didn't ask a question. And for that, we are not sorry.
Next time, ask a question.
Yeah. See you on the Instagrams.
Yep.
Peace.
Bye.
That was gross.
That was gross. I'm still pregnant.